So I talked about Amazon, how I canceled my Amazon subscription. It was probably the best decision of my life. Recently, I watched an episode of Black Mirror. I usually don't watch Black Mirror, but my friends were watching it and we decided to watch the new season. And one of the episodes called Common People just broke me. It broke me because it was a follow-up to my rant about subscriptions. For those of you who are living in our modern life, you know everything is subscription-based. Healthcare, technology. For example, guys, if you don't know, when I edit, the editing software is now subscription-based. It's not like you buy it once and it comes with updates. No, every year you buy a subscription to the new thing. Same with my storage. To save my videos onto a cloud, I have to pay for storage. Everything's a subscription. This episode takes this and extrapolates down the line. Basically, in this episode, husband and wife, the wife has brain cancer, and so she gets an experimental new procedure. Of course, the procedure is free, right? That's how they get you, like these subscriptions. She gets the new procedure. It's basically kind of like a new age AI type of brain thing, but the issue is it's subscription based, and that's the central conflict. First of all, we need to back up how the subscription model works. They basically clone the part of her brain that needs to have the tumor removed. And there's sort of like a Wi-Fi / internet type of thing that gets the brain to function with the AI that's in her brain. The subscription model comes with the upkeep. They need the server space. They need the towers. Of course, they're giving more people the procedure. It's also they have to pay the costs of more procedures. And then, of course, upgrades, right? They want to make it so eventually you can go anywhere in the world and you can connect to a tower. You see how this works? It seems like it's all done in your favor, right? It's all done for you. But very quickly, in Black Mirror fashion, this episode starts morphing into a dystopia. As they upgrade their company and they extend the coverage and more people get the procedure, they start making tiers of subscriptions. Does that remind you of anything? The couple in this episode, they're on the most basic tier, and the most basic tier comes with ads. So because she's got company software, company property in her brain, randomly she'll start saying ads that's catered to whoever is there. So then to not have ads, you have to upgrade. Does this remind you of anything? I won't spoil the ending, but you can extrapolate what happens, right? As the company expands, as they have more tiers, you start getting less for what you're paying for. I realized I forgot to say too, if you cancel your subscription now that she's got that AI piece in her brain, she's probably gonna. In fact, there was a scene where they accidentally left the coverage area and immediately she blacked out. I think you guys could have extrapolated it, even if I didn't add in a little. This episode really hit me hard. This subscription model, it's not just a way to get money out of people. Of course, that's the most important thing it's doing, but it's also creating tiers in society, man. It's creating a big, you could call it a social economic class divide. Something about my healthcare, I don't know about you guys, but the premium just keeps going up every year. And it's not like the coverage got better. As I'm saying this, I see another parallel that I didn't even see when I was watching. See, my premium goes up every year, but the copay also goes up every year. So it's basically like I'm getting poorer. And that's exactly what happens in the episode of the Black Mirror. They keep introducing new tiers, and it's not like your current tier is paying for even the same thing. In fact, your coverage in a way goes down. I thought I didn't have an example of life or death things that even in modern society we can create a parallel, but my health coverage is a perfect example of that. And as I'm reading comments, I'm reading other people talking about it. I'm thinking about people, for example, who need some kind of life-saving care every month. For example, people on dialysis or people who have some kind of diabetes drug they need or something like that. They're basically on a subscription model with their life, man. It's crazy. Most immediate thing I did after watching this episode, I looked at some of the subscriptions I had. I'm like, which one of these do I really need? Think about YouTube Premium. How many of you pay for YouTube Premium? I do. I paid for YouTube Premium, one, because they were like, you have to do it or else we're not going to let you use YouTube. Second of all, I thought because I'm a creator, maybe since I paid for Premium, they reward me. They push me out to more people. That's just wishful thinking, but I thought so. I'll be honest, I did cancel my YouTube Premium, because what is it doing besides making me watch more videos, which is good for YouTube, but like how much am I learning from watching the new videos? Remember I talked about this? I felt like I was just watching so many videos, but like not really understanding. In a way, my attention span was also going down. So I canceled my YouTube Premium and I canceled some other subscriptions that I knew were just not really serving me. That's just an immediate reaction, right? There's got to be more you could do. That's what I'm making this video about. There's a lot more to think about. So you guys let me know, have you seen this episode? This subscription-based thing. I know a lot of my viewers, for example, are gamers. Remember back in the day, you bought a game, that was it. Now it's the subscription model, right? You have to keep buying season passes. You have to keep getting loot crates, whatever the term is now. I don't like where it's going. I don't like where society's going. If you can get people to have to dish out money all the time and it never ends, you basically keep them. I don't know if the word slaves is the right word, but it kind of is like that, right? Yeah, it's a little concerning. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this talk. You guys can kind of see I off the cuff just talk about this. I do have a channel where I want to talk about movies more, so you guys can subscribe to that if you want to, right? I wasn't expecting Black Mirror to get me to really think, but it got me to think, and it got me to make some, I would say, positive changes in my life. That's the power of media, guys. So let's keep discussing in the comments.